Hey guys, Michael here once again with another interview. This morning we're speaking with Francesca Angrisano, who's an Italian-based wedding and portrait photographer. She is on a roll right now. She teaches workshops all over Europe. She's busy doing one-on-one mentoring sessions. She's just come back from a reminiscence event as a featured speaker in Berlin, and I love her work. Her photographs actually feel like postcards from the most gorgeous European vacations. I definitely want to have one of those vacations. Those images are so inviting, so full of energy, movement. They're just gorgeous from start to finish. And Francesca is a fantastic person to speak with. I'm super happy and delighted she agreed to speak with me. She's a Pisces. She is full of energy, and we'll be talking from a park nearby. So hope you enjoy our conversation.
Can you hear?
Hey, Francesca.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I know you have not ever had an interview in the park.
So, hey, good morning, Francesca. Hey, guys. I'm talking, of course, with this morning with Francesca Angrisano. She's an Italian-based photographer. Like you know from the intro, amazing work, super poetic images. It's like there's love in slow motion. She's talking with me this morning from a beautiful park near her house. And thanks so much for taking some time this morning, Francesca. How are things for you today?
Thanks to you. It was such a pleasure to me to be here with you this morning. And I'm so honored that you asked me to being here.
Well, I know you're a very busy lady. You've just come back from Berlin, teaching a little bit at
Yeah.
the workshop there. You're also giving your own workshops very often, as I see from Instagram. How long have you been working with the camera in your hand for?
Oh my God, really a lot. You mean since when?
When did you really sort of feel like you started to
Starts?
really develop what you're doing now? When did that come to you?
Oh, I started to take photography when I was since when I was 19. But what I really do now, I think I feel to live really my job now since I don't know. It's a continuous progress. But I think 5 years, or better, 10 years that I do just weddings and some portraits, families
Mhm.
portraits, or just portraits of
Yeah.
ladies, something like this. But I think that are I don't know, 3 or 4 years that I'm totally uh, um, doing this path. I don't know. Um, I feel that I am on the right way.
I think you're in the right way, and I think the world thinks you're in the right way too. Um, I mean, the images, I think that there's something really unique about your look. And, I would look at your work look at your Instagram, and I'd be like, okay, what's going on here? What is really happening? Is it a thing? Is it this? Is are lovers just more lovely in Italy, or is it just like is there something special about that?
I don't know. It's really weird because when I see my work and when I see the work of other photographers, I think something like why my pictures are not like the other photographers' pictures, and I'm happy that you think that they are different because it's something that I always thought about photography, that
Mm.
the recognizability is something that is like a goal. When you have your recognizability, is something that you can feel that you have a kind of success, because
Mhm.
if you if you see a picture and you recognize immediately that, like a paint, the most wonderful paintings, you at first sight you know that they are from this painter or
Right.
another one. So the pictures is the same for me. And sometimes I look at the picture of the other photographers and I think that mine are not so cool, are not so, I don't know, I don't really like, but I know that it's a process that every photographers maybe have
Yeah.
inside, because you look at your picture and you probably think about what you would have done if you maybe been another photographer. I don't know, it's something weird. So I fall in love not with so much pictures of mine. I love my work. I love my the pictures I put in my feed, obviously. But I don't know. It seems that other photographers are always better than me.
Oh my goodness, please don't think that. Can you can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
So here's you looking fantastic, working away. It's funny that you say that you notice that your work doesn't look like, everybody at some point wants their work to like, why can't I just look like this person? Why can't my work look like this person? And it's a really, I mean, I remember when I was really young, I remember Sean Flanagan. I was like, why can't my work look
Wow.
like Sean Flanagan's work? And no matter what I did, it just wouldn't. And I don't know, I still don't know why, you know? What do you think is different about your work? Like what is truly like Francesca image? What are those images say?
Uh, I don't know if I can reply to these questions, because I don't know. I just do what I feel, like instinct, like pure instinct. And sometimes I don't really know what I'm doing while I'm taking pictures.
Yeah.
Really, it's hard. And also in Berlin, it was really weird, because a lot of people that were there attending to the workshop asking us why you take this picture, or what you think when you take this picture, or what you ask to the couple when to make them doing something in particular. And I don't really know. I just take pictures because I feel and I think that I'm doing the right thing, but or
Yeah.
sometimes not. Sometimes I would have a different knowledge maybe, and I don't know, but I just take the pictures that I I know to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
You
really
know,
weird.
you
And
know, you,
I happy about the feed. Just I every time I saw my feed, I think, oh wow, that's not so bad.
yeah. You know what? I even just coming across this frame here of you, this even has all the elements that I love about your portraits. There's a beautiful connection with the camera. It doesn't have to be eye direct. There's a really simple frame. The body is framed in a way that's very sort of simple and also very beautiful. There's the hand. The hand is such an expressive like thing with people. The hand is there. Everything in this picture actually is beautiful, and everything that I love about your photography is actually here also. Just very in the most. It's like cooking with like three ingredients, but those three ingredients are so good. Like that's all we're using is three,
Yeah,
And there's
I know.
nothing,
It's go. Sorry.
it's just like we have the best ingredients and that's it. We don't need anything else. It could be there could be 100 shitty people here and we're just going to drag the shutter, zoom it. That's all we're going to focus on. And the feeling is there. It's all really more about the sense of like, how does it feel? How does this image feel to be with this couple as opposed to what they actually look like? Okay, here's what they look like. She's got a nice dress. She's got a little purple little thing, or and then it's more about how does it feel to be there? What is it? What, what are they talking about? What do they say to each other? That's the stuff that people are really excited about. And I think that you do such a beautiful way of capturing those little frames. And that's exciting.
Yeah, and I love what you are saying because simplicity is something that is really into me. Because when they when someone asked me, oh, it's really a bit cold in this park. And when someone asked me, how do you do, wow, what a beautiful picture, it's so simple for me. It's like me, it's there are a lot of things inside my pictures, I think, because I think that every photographer is put inside of their of his picture, uh, um, everything is inside ourselves. So there are a lot of, I think also sentiments, feelings into my pictures, but they are also simple because I'm a really simple person.
Mhm. So it looks like you're not that simple because most people don't do this. Most people don't have complicate their photography by carrying a little plastic bag around their camera lens.
It's not the plastic. It's
What?
not the
Yeah. So
plastic.
please tell
It's tool.
it's
It's
Tool.
tool.
Yes, Tool.
Yeah.
So when did you
I
decide?
love I love to define me the lady with the tool on the camera.
Yeah. So yeah. So you mentioned you have a son. You're
Two
traveling.
sons.
You have two sons. Excellent.
And today
Um,
is my first son's birthday.
well, happy birthday to him.
Thank you. It's a
How
17.
17? Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
17.
I have two sons that are 12 and 10, and my 12-year-old is almost as tall as I am. I'm 6'3", and he's almost as tall as me. I think the one of the beautiful things about being a photographer and photographing weddings is that many times after these weddings happen, your clients inevitably get pregnant, some of them have
Yeah,
families. Do you photograph their families in the same way you photograph everything else?
sometimes. Sometimes they asked me, and I had a couples just 2 weeks ago. I photographed not their wedding, but their couple shoot, like an engagement here in Rome. They came from New York, and they called me a couple of months ago, asking me to photograph their pregnancy session here in Rome again. And it was so beautiful to see them again. And it happens sometimes that someone asked me. I really love more to photograph weddings because I had a lot of families. I don't really, I'm saying something really bad. But I don't really love to photograph children, especially here in Italy, because of the parents of the children. And it's a totally different argument, and we don't want to take about this today, but I don't know, I think because I am an Italian mother too, and we have a different way to leave our children. They are totally wild, I think, and to photograph them as wild is it's really difficult. So I really prefer to photograph a wedding, and the pregnancy also, couples pregnancy also is beautiful. When I have the right condition, when I have maybe a room and I can take some picture that I like,
Hmm.
or when they are foreigners couples, because foreigners have a totally different way to see the pictures, and the culture from Italians is totally different, and they love pictures in a different way that we do. So to photographers of foreigners couples or families totally different to Italians.
That's really interesting and surprising at the same time. But that's
Yeah,
but that
it's a really really huge topic.
Wow. Okay. Well, I don't want to take too much time with you explaining that the politics of that, but it is interesting to know. I'm interested to know also. I think a lot of people, I think, like I was showing those images, a lot of people have a lot of. I think a lot of couples that I speak with, they when they contact me, they are looking for a photographer who is very candid, very documentary style. But what that really means to them is that they really just don't like posing and they don't want to work for these images. They want a photographer that can just sort of create these moments out of nothing as they're walking to the bathroom, as they're talking with their girlfriend. And they want these really real, authentic looking natural images. You do such a beautiful way of that. Are there things that you is there a way that you work that allows you to sort of like, are you looking for, how do I say this? I'm doing a terrible job. I'm going to edit that. So, Francesca, the images that I just were talking about this sort of very loose and candid and a lot of movement and very simple framing. I mean, that's a magic combination. Are there any, is there anything in a wedding day when you really get when things are not going super well, for example? You know, we all have times at a wedding where you look around and you're like, this is a hard room. This room is not great. There's not a lot of light, or whatever's going on is not Francesca approved. It's like, no, this room, it kind of sucks actually. How do you get out of that and still create images that your clients love and that you're excited about creating?
Oh, it's so funny because I have had a lot of weddings, Italian weddings, like in the past, and I have a lot of experience in the worst rooms or getting ready's house, the house of the mother-in-law, the I don't know the grandmother house
Yeah.
into getting
Yeah.
ready. It was horrible, and you have not really the best. Oh, and it's like a challenge for me, and I feel that I can take maybe just the details that I can share in that room, or I think that when it happened in the past, because now I have really beautiful weddings and it don't happen more, but when it happened in the past, I think that if the couples um, had chosen had mm, choose this
Yeah.
room or that house to getting ready, or not the best locations, I think it was their choice. So I was just there to capture their moment or capture their choices, because it was their wedding, not mine. And I just trying to take the right picture to make them happy with their choices, because it was not my wedding. And if they haven't not the best dresses maybe ever, I don't know. It was their dress is not mine, so I was just there to capture in my way. Because if they choosed me, it was because they liked the pictures, and I did the work in my way, so they were happy. And now it not don't happen, because I really have a lot of beautiful weddings now, because the process in is a process, and if you grow they come beautiful weddings. And if I have not the right wedding, I don't share it, just
Mhm.
this.
Yes. I mean, we've all done work that we felt
But
that
oh,
didn't.
this picture in particular that you open now, I think the experience helps to try to have the right situation, because it was really a very dirty park. It
Okay.
was not so beautiful like it seems in this picture. But I saw this corner, and I thought to the image that it could have been.
Yeah.
So I asked her to go there in this. It was really a small place, and I asked her to go there, and I just imagined the picture in my mind, and I take it, and it was really exactly like I imagined. So
I
also in the room, when you have a room that is not so beautiful,
yeah.
you can try to capture just the corner that you, just a little space that you need to have
Yeah.
that picture.
I think that that's a fun thing is when I am walking with couples and we're going away somewhere and I'm looking around for a location, I don't need a beautiful mountain. Just give me the
No.
corner of a room, like just a corner. I've photographed couples near dumpster, like garbage dumpsters, and we just used that one corner because it had just the right amount of like paint just right there. And it's not even about like, as long as we have some contrast, some light, some dark, they're going to be in there. It's going to be beautiful. Their eyes are going to
Yeah,
are going to
exactly.
pop. It's fun to bring couples places where they think, I'm not sure about that, like a parking garage or places where they're not traditionally beautiful, but you make them beautiful and you make them
Yeah, you
romantic.
have to, they have to trust you,
Yeah.
and you have to, because it's important that you have the right couple, because
Yeah.
they have to to have seen your work, and they don't really have to think about anything. Even when you ask them to maybe to run or maybe a drunk walk, they think that it's weird, but you know that in picture it's beautiful. So they have to don't think about their session. You have to uh, it's something that I learned with experience. And in the past, I was afraid to ask to the couple to do something that it could be weird in some way. So now I am totally free to ask them.
Did you say drunk walk?
Yeah.
What exactly
Don't,
is drunk walk?
don't you really know the drunken walk?
Uh, I've I have maybe walked home a little sideways sometimes, but can you explain to me what you're expecting me to do when you
Yeah,
ask me?
when you need to, when I need, it's very popular drunk walk. When you need a moment when they are laughing, maybe smiling, I ask them to walk very hug, in a very strong hug, and walk like they are coming out the pub and a bit drunk. And so they pretend to be drunk, and it worked because they are laughing and watching looking at each other and laughing, and you can capture the right moment.
Right, right. So, if anyone's listening and they want to adopt all of Francesca's secrets, we have Tool on the lens, we have the drunk walk.
That drunk walk is not my secret. It's a very popular.
So also, I think like, working with couples and you talked about finding the right couple. I would imagine, for you, who's the perfect couple for Francesca?
I have not a perfect couple.
Yeah.
I think the right couple is a couple that is totally free to 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 feel comfortable with my kind of pictures. If they love my picture, I'm totally sure that I can do whatever I want. So the blur pictures, so more black and white that usually, because I sometimes have some couples that asked me to don't take a lot of black and white and don't take a lot of blurred picture. And I know it's weird because, but it happens. And I know I ensure them that it's not blurred. Even if I would, it's not blurred, it's not black and white. But it's something that I really love because it's my style. But when they
Mhm.
asked me to not take a lot of black and white and blurred, and when they see the picture after, they love them
Yeah. I
because
I
they sometimes think that it's totally blur and they don't see any parents or relatives, and they are afraid about it. And
mhm.
I can understand, but
Yeah.
no, because I deliver like 1,000 of picture and more, and I think just 20% is black and white. No, 20% is blurred, and maybe 60% is black and white.
Mhm. I shoot, everything in my cameras is black and white, like right away. It's
Yeah,
always black and white.
I shoot in black and white too.
And I always feel really, it drives me crazy because my cameras are always black and white. One's black and white square. And when I look at them in Photo Mechanic, I bring them in after the wedding. Everything's literally perfect. Like I don't need to touch anything. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's shot super well. And then when we have to edit, that's when I start to cry because I realize, why are we going to color? It was already perfect in black and white. I want to give
Yeah,
entire gallery black and white. Like, here you go, done. Um, for family portraits, color, I understand. Maybe I'll do a copy and have a copy of color. But I'm at the point where I kind of want to I almost just want to do black and white, and that's it. Do you think my business would go down and fall and blow up, or do you think that's possible?
oh, I think it's possible. I think it's possible. You have to have the right clients that totally trust in you
Yeah,
and totally fall in love with your picture, and you can do whatever you want
yeah.
with them. But I really love colors too. I
Your
love
work,
the editing of colors
the color work you have is this beautiful, subdued.
because they are
Like,
not so saturated color.
yes,
So I really love that colors.
yeah,
My sweet auntie tell to me that maybe sometimes she looks at my feed on Instagram because she follows me, and sometimes she said, "Oh, Francesca, they are too much black and white. Be careful." And I said to her, "But look, they are not black and white. But you sometimes you can't see the color because the color is very soft,
hmm.
and
So
I love them. I
so
think that a picture burn, born in black and white on color in your mind.
yeah, yeah, your color is amazing. I love that it's very subtle, it's very subdued, it's just really warm and like you said, it's not super saturated. So
Exactly.
it's almost like the color in your photography is almost a character, like is a subject in the photo. It plays like such an important role. It's almost like a character in the photograph.
Yeah. Also, I think because I started in to shoot in films, and I love the colors of films, and I try to replicate the colors of film.
Yeah.
And so I don't really like very saturated, and I don't really also like very airy pictures, something like this. I
Mhm.
always think that it needs a bit of drama in the pictures, not in all pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yes.
had a couple some maybe a month ago that booked a wedding for me, and in the first email she asked me that they would love to have a dramatic photographic reportage of their wedding, and I loved it. Wow, I had to have this wedding, and I had it.
How much film are you shooting at weddings these days?
I started again to shoot in film just this summer, and just for me, just to start.
Yeah.
And I think that next year I will have a lot of films more. But and also I changed my not the camera but the lens. So I shoot every wedding since maybe October, so the end of this season, shooting with 4 or 5 cameras on my shoulders because I had 2 digitals and another digital on my neck, and 1 or 2 films camera. Also because I love to shoot alone, so
Mhm.
the most of my weddings are shooting alone.
Yeah.
And and I want a lot of different, because
Yeah.
I love to deliver to the clients a lot of different pictures. So when I deliver 1,000 and more, they are all different pictures, not the same. Not
Wow.
never color and black and white version, never. I
Yeah.
hate it.
Yeah.
And so now for the next year I changed, and I took the 2470 millimeters, so to have just one camera digital and then more films.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the people running and jogging behind you.
Yeah, there are a lot of people running in this park at every day of the morning and the evening, and with the rain, with snow. No, snow, no. No, it's not snowing. We have not snow in Rome.
If you
No, but
feel
they are.
if you feel like going for a jog, you can go on your jog and just do the interview.
No, I stopped to go to have running in the park. I have an age. I I do work out at my home.
Okay. Now, speaking of working out, I mean, you do. I see a lot of times you are teaching workshops, and you are teaching workshops not only in Italy but all over Europe. What do you mind if I ask you? You know, what would we be talking about during one of your workshops?
Oh, when I have workshops with just one photographer, so one workshop, I love to shoot instead of talking. So I of course replies to every their questions. And I love to talk with them, of course, but I really prefer to show them uh, and to shoot with them, because it's important for me, not so much talking but shooting, because experience is the first thing. So maybe because when they start they have not idea of what shooting an inspirational shooting can can be. So I show them to shoot with models, or with beautiful dresses, maybe with with an hairstylist, something like this.
Mhm.
And they have no idea sometimes that you have to have the right pictures to attract the right clients.
Yeah.
So for me, inspirational shootings are something very important for every photographers, to have the right feed to attract the right couples.
Yeah, I'd say that's key is you know, if you want to do more work like this, you have to do that work first and then show people you can do that.
Exactly.
It's like one of my dreams is to go photograph things at the Amalfi Coast. But I mean, 8 billion photographers have done weddings at the Amalfi Coast. And yes, I'm not going to probably do anything. I just want to be there. First of all, not even to photograph weddings, just to have some beautiful seafood. And maybe I'll bring my camera and maybe we'll go for a boat ride and maybe we'll photograph some strangers and maybe we'll stay up all night. I don't know. But that's the kind of thing is like looking at work is one thing, but shooting really is how you figure out your muscle memory and how to frame things and how to work with light and set things up so that you have better chances of creating the kind of images that they are hoping to create. I'm
Yeah.
sure you're a fantastic teacher. I mean, I think I agree with you that like doing is the best way to
Mm-hmm.
learn. It's not
Mm-hmm.
listening to somebody or looking at somebody. It's really being there with a camera and learning with you as you shoot together. It really is the best way to learn how to work with couples, how to work with different personalities, how to work with light, how to frame things. Those things are super important, and it's obvious you're incredible at all of those things. So maybe I'll book a one-on-one session. You can teach me everything that we can do there.
Oh my God, I have not anything to teach you. You are very talented. It's something weird because when someone asked me to have a mentoring, I soon go to see to their feed and their pictures, and sometimes they are oh, more than sometimes they are really they seems like really better than me, and I'm saying like what I have to say to you because your pictures are beautiful. What do you want by me? What do you want? It's a what I can say to you that make you better than you are. It's hard, but
I,
I think that everyone has something to learn us. Everyone,
yeah.
even the worst photographer, I think he has something to teach to another photographer.
Well, I mean, just think about yourself, right? Think about where you are today after that long summer of weddings, and think about the photographer you are going to be next year at this time. What's the difference between Francesca today and Francesca 1 year from now? I mean, it might it might only be this much, but that much is like more experience with film, or maybe an interesting couple. Maybe there's some very spontaneous events that happen. And that little bit is sometimes the more experienced you get, the slower you learn. But the things you learn are really important, are difficult. You can't just learn them over a weekend. It takes time and it takes a lot of experience. So the Francesca today and the Francesca 1 year from now, I'm
Oh, I
scared.
have a very a lot of expectation from me, but every day, every session, every wedding, and I come back home sometimes that well more than sometimes, and I feel totally depressed about the work because I feel I didn't do the right job, and it's a very hard process for me because when I come back to from a wedding, uh, I I deliver the right next day from the wedding a gallery with some previews, maybe 100. And when I see them, I think, okay, they are not so good, not so bad.
Yeah.
So I deliver them. Then I turn, I come back to the pictures maybe after 1 month or 2 months to edit them. When I do the selection, they are horrible. Really, they are horrible.
I don't believe you.
Yes, it's true. And then I started to edit them, and they are not so bad. Then when I finished, I make a gallery, and they are again not so good. And then when I make together just the best pictures, they are good again. It's really it's up and down. It's continuous up and down. My life is a continuous up and downs every day. I'm very happy day and then very sad another day. And so with the picture are the same. So it's totally me. And the pictures are totally me. So
Okay. Well, I actually,
I don't sorry, I was replying to your question. So in the next year, I just want to be better than the past year. It's just what and what I'm expecting from me to
yeah.
be better, better and better and better.
Hmm. I mean, I'm very hard on myself like you, and can be disappointed if I know, oh, there was an opportunity and I should have photographed it that way and I didn't. And you come home and think like, I'm not sure. I know I did okay, but I'm not sure if there's any great stuff in there. There's always great stuff in there. It's just a matter of letting the frustration of not having the perfect situation happen, and getting better every shoot. It's one thing to look forward 1 year, but like every gig I want to get better, every opportunity I want to handle that better, be able to make decisions faster, be able to do these things faster. And that's the challenge, because it's like all these photographers thinking about being self-employed, thinking about the 1 year or the 5 year plan. Where are you going to be in 5 years? Where are you going to be? I'm like, where am I going to be next week? Like, I can't
Yeah,
think 5 years, you
I'm the
know?
same.
And I mean, that's the beautiful thing about being independent, is taking on the weddings that excite you, that fulfill your vision of what you want to do as a photographer. Feeding your family, feeding your two boys, your birthday boy this morning, getting your children and your families fed through a camera. It's a beautiful thing, and I don't blame you for being hard on yourself and wanting to do great, because looking at your Instagram feed, you are definitely doing great, and I can't believe that the elegant, simple beauty that you create is it's pretty incredible. So congratulations on that.
I can do it better. I'm sure I can do it better. I'm sure I can improve.
Yeah. You know what's fun? Photographing couples really early in the morning. Like, I've had couples that were
Yeah.
very difficult to book. Like, they're just not available, not available, not available. And then I'm like, okay, how about 6:30 in the morning? Oh
I
yeah,
I just oh, sorry.
they're like, yeah, we're available at 6:30. I'm like, great, let's go find somewhere where there's tons of light, tons of concrete, nothing going on except water, concrete, and sunlight. And it's beautiful. It's great. Oh, here we go.
For me, it's necessity to work to shoot at dawn, because here in Rome is totally crazy, full of people, and if I want just the couple, I need to shoot them down.
Yeah. Look at this location. Wow, my goodness.
Oh yeah, this location is amazing, really amazing.
So, Francesca, I mean, I could literally just look at this all day. I don't want to take up your entire day. I know it's your son's birthday, and I really
No,
appreciate you taking some
not
time.
really. Don't worry.
But let me tell you, what are you really excited about, with your next few steps? What are you thinking about? What are you excited to get started doing? What makes Francesca really happy with a camera in your hands?
Oh, I'm not very happy, never. mm, I don't know. I just also because even when I have a beautiful couple and I'm there to shooting a wonderful weddings that I feel wow, what a location. I'm also very afraid to not take the right pictures. So sometimes it's weird because I really love to have beautiful weddings and I want them, but to shoot little small ugly weddings is very relaxing, and you can take them like a challenge and do whatever you want, and don't think about, oh, this, I don't want to disappoint that people because they asked me and it's wow beautiful, and I don't want to disappoint them, and I am afraid to do not a good work, uh, but I don't really know what really make me happy. I don't really know. I don't really know.
That's
Good
okay.
news. Good news about my work make me happy, like beautiful weddings. But then I am afraid to fail, and I don't know. I just live every day in a simple way and try to make other happy. Oh, this make me happy to make other happy, other people happy. When the couple are really happy about my work, so I'm happy too.
That's amazing. That's good. I can relate to that too. Hey, Francesca, thank you very much for taking some time to chat with me today.
Thanks to you. It was really, really pleasure. Cold, but really pleasure.
Okay, well, go warm up. Enjoy
It
your
was my
day.
choice. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, I love your jacket. It looks very
Yeah,
cozy.
yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks so much. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk again soon. And congratulations on an amazing summer.
Thanks.
Go warm up.
Thanks so
Well,
much. Thanks so much. It was a pleasure.
all right. Take care. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Michael. Bye.